Hey Vikes, it's Ty Hoffman here. I'm running for SBO Secretary. We live in trying times. Our world is at war, there's been political division everywhere, and the economy is completely faltered. However, even with trying times like these, Viewmont is the one place where that is not true. Viewmont is a great school and is always offering great teams, clubs, and other sorts of groups to help our students be the best versions of themselves. And I want to make that more true than ever as your secretary. I want to make these clubs not only be better, but work together and cooperate more with each other. I think it's important that all of our clubs work together, as that is our school culture, is to work together. With this included, I also want to make sure our students do feel safe. I want to make sure our students, even with this world, are able to come to school, be together, and feel like they're part of a school, feel like they're part of a team and a unit. One way I want to do this is I want to make sure that not only are our cheerleaders and music groups supporting our teams, I want to make sure that every club has an opportunity to support something in our school, and that's what I want to do. That is my goal. So, have a great day, Vikes, and I will bring peace, freedom, justice, and security to our new empire.
Hey Vikes, my name is Emma LETHER and I'm running for SBO Secretary. I want to be an SBO because I want to help people and make sure everyone is included. I feel like Viewmont is my second home, but I know not everyone feels that way. School can get rough and it's hard if you don't have a friend or don't feel welcome. I want to make sure that everyone has a friend because I care about everyone and about all of you, and I want everyone to feel loved and included. I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to, whether I make it or not. I also want to help plan activities and make sure this year is super fun. SBO Secretary works with clubs, and I'm super excited because I have lots of great ideas on how to get clubs involved. And I'm also very responsible and good at keeping track of things. I'll make sure everything gets done and that we stay on top of things. I also want to be an SBO because I think it will help me grow and become better as a person. It will help me learn valuable skills and become more outgoing. I have loved being involved at Viewmont, and I hope I get the chance next year to be an SBO Secretary and make the year super fun. If you see me handing out slap bracelets, you'll know the next year will stop with Emma as SBO Secretary.
Hi, my name is Anna Nunez, and I am running for the Student Body Office of Secretary. Over the past 2 years at Viewmont, I have participated in cheer, and as a cheerleader, I have been taught by my coaches about the importance of representing Viewmont and taking pride in my school. My time as a cheerleader has boosted my school spirit and taught me the impact that cheering on the student body has. I am choosing to run for the SBO Secretary because I love working with clubs and promoting school spirit. As a student body officer, I would want to do my best to ensure that the student body can say that they have had a positive high school experience. I love Viewmont High School, and I want to lead in a greater capacity. I want to instill excitement in students to ensure that they know that they belong to an incredible school. I also want to reach out to those who feel neither seen nor heard, to those who might feel their opinions and thoughts don't matter. The diversity of students' lives and experiences are what makes Viewmont the dynamic and vibrant school that it is. To all students, please know that this is a place for you, and you will be able to look back on your high school years with fondness. As a secretary, I feel that it is important to uplift and encourage the student body. The 3 years of high school have flown by very fast, and with COVID, we have been put through a lot. As a member of the student body, it is important to make the most of the situations we've been given because they can only bring us closer together. I began high school during one of the worst pandemics of the United States and the world has seen. It was very scary, having limited day-to-day time at Viewmont, but the SBO leaders helped me realize what an amazing school I go to. We don't have a lot of time here at Viewmont, but we can make the most of what we have, and I promise that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. To my fellow students, I ask for you to vote for me as Student Body Secretary, and together we will light up the year.
Alright, 2 ways that improve Club Rush is I want to advertise it more than ever. I want to make sure that in those first few weeks of school that it's like the only thing we focus on, just keep pushing Club Rush. The second way I want to improve Club Rush is I want to make it more visual. I think students feel better when there's something to do, when there's something to look at, instead of just reading through a huge paper of stuff to do. Stuff like games, wheels, prizes, just candy, anything like that that can improve the visual look of Club Rush.
Okay, so what I would do for Club Rush is I would organize like where all the clubs are at and like make sure that everyone knows. Like I think it would be good to hand out maps saying where every club is and saying what clubs there are, because I feel like some people might not know like where this club is because there's like a limited amount of time to look for it. And I think making sure every club has a big sign and is represented. And also it could be good if it was after school too, because I feel like during lunch lots of people leave, and most of like the seniors I feel like probably leave, so I feel like doing after school or like at a different time too would be good. Just helping clubs get their name out there and getting people to join.
So to improve Club Rush, I think that it'd be very important to highlight each of the clubs and to make sure that they feel like they are heard and seen and very publicized, so students know what the clubs are and when they can join and what the perks are. I think that there should be like bulletin boards and posters all around the school promoting clubs, and like in the front and the back, so students make sure as soon as they walk in that they know what they can join.
The reason I want to be an officer is that I want to help make the school better. I've been an officer 2 years of my life already, and those 2 years were some of the best years of my life. I think it's just a great way to go through high school. You make good relationships, strong bonds, and you get to do stuff that no other student gets to do. And you just learn from it. It makes you just as better as it makes other people.
So I want to be an officer because I want the opportunity of reaching out to people. I love making new friends, and I feel like, I mean, I'm pretty outgoing, but I'm not the person to just walk up to someone and be like, hey, what's your name? But I feel like as an SBO, I'll just be pushed to do that, be pushed to meet new people and become a better person, and I really want that opportunity. And I also want the opportunity to just make a difference at the school and be able to put like my ideas and things to use, and so I would really like the opportunity to be an SBO.
I want to be an officer because ever since I've been in high school, the officers have always demonstrated very unique confidence and just the biggest school spirit I've ever seen, especially at Viewmont. The officers are always so positive. I don't think I've ever seen them be not positive. I have a lot of classes with them, and I just think that they're the coolest people. And I think that they really do lead Viewmont in a very important way. And I love Viewmont, and I feel like it would be such an amazing opportunity to participate in the student body office, and be able to help students like the officers have helped me.
Talofalava Viewmont, I'm KRISALYN. Lots of you know me as that random chick who's running for SBO Vice Pres. And you know, I've always wondered what I'd say if I had the attention of the entire school. Apparently I'd make chicken puns. My whole campaign has been to make next year crispy with Chris, which honestly, if you don't get it, that's fair, because how do you make a year crispy? But before I answer that burning question, you've got to understand a few things. I love Viewmont. I love the school spirit. I love the tight-knit community that we have. And I love football season and the student section. And as much as I love all of these things, it's undeniable that some programs get a little more advertisement and promotion than others. I call it the big three: football, boys basketball, and boys soccer. Don't get me wrong, I love the big three, and I've got a countdown going until football season starts up again. But these are only some of the groups that seem to get a little more attention. Let's promote the theater department just as much as we promote the soccer department. Let's promote girls basketball just as much as boys basketball. Let's start promoting boys and girls lacrosse in general. It's not about promoting one more than the other. It's about getting equal promotion for all. This year's motto is "Be strong, all Vikings belong." And the school worked to promote more unity amongst the student body. As SBO Vice President, I would continue that movement. Back to how to make a year crispy. The entire phrase was "everything is better fried." Let's make next year crispy with Chris. Aside from the fact that Chris and crispy are a cute little wordplay, there's actually a clever metaphor for the phrase. You know, when things are fried, and let's roll with the chicken idea, there's a coating, and you need a recipe, and there's lots of ingredients that go into that. Flour, salt, pepper, milk, sugar. Similarly, we all need to come together to make next year a great one. The flour isn't any better than the eggs. They are both essential to the process, just like how we are all essential to a great Viewmont experience. Moral of the story: don't be chicken, vote for KRISALYN.
Hi guys! I hope everyone is having the best day. For those of you who might not know me, my name is Emily Stevens, and I'm running to be your SBL Vice. To get to know me a little better, I love to sing, I love boating, skiing, warm weather, and meeting new people. But even more than that, I love Viewmont and pretty much everything about it. So there's lots of things that make Viewmont really amazing, but what really makes it stand out is the people. One of my main goals for the upcoming year is to make everyone feel like Viewmont is their home and that everyone belongs here. I want to make it so that we are reaching out to you and that we're not asking you to come reach out to us. Everyone needs someone who notices them and wants to talk to them. I also want to make it the best year yet and have a party and make so many memories. My main job as Vice would be to coordinate Vikings Give. So I freaking love Christmas and I love kids, so it's like a dream job. So witnessing the impact this year has been so amazing, and I think next year we could even go farther. As Vice, I want to incorporate more fun events that students can, but most importantly, want to get involved in. I want to make it so that it is more accessible to students, and that one point of feedback we got last year is that lots of people weren't able to make the collection nights or that it wasn't in the budget. I want to work with the other officers and advisors to make sure that everyone has information and access to alternative collection options and opportunities for all kinds of budgets. One idea I had for an activity was to host a Christmas dance with a super minimal budget and where we could still like come dance and have fun, and all the proceeds would go to Vikings Give. So if you don't remember anything about my speech, I want you to remember that I love Viewmont and the people and connections mean the world to me. Vote Emily for VP.
I stick up for the little guy a lot. I think that being selfless, you have to step in when things look rough for other people. So, and a specific experience was when my friend was getting just absolutely dragged through the mud, and so everyone else didn't say anything because they knew that if they had stepped in, they would have gotten the same treatment. And so I stepped in and I was like, hey, listen, the person dragging my friend through the mud, I was like, hey, you need to calm down. And to my friend, I just pulled her aside and I made sure that she was okay.
A way I have demonstrated selflessness has been making it a goal for myself the past few months to, instead of like going out to lunch with my friends, but to instead stay at school during lunch and to try to go sit with people who are lonely, maybe who don't have any friends, or just like a different group than I would normally sit with. And this is hard because I definitely rather like stay in my comfort zone, and I'd rather stay in my comfort zone, but it's been so rewarding to meet so many new people.
I want to be an SBO officer because I have had such an amazing experience here at Viewmont. Vikings put their blood, sweat, and tears into everything that they do, and so as an officer, I want to put that same effort into that year and making the year special for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. I want to give them that same experience that I've had at Viewmont because it's such an amazing place to be, and being a Viking is just amazing.
The reason I want to be an officer next year is, first of all, because I love Viewmont, and again, I love the people here, like I said. I'm so passionate about the things that I'll be doing and being in charge of, the main one being Vikings Give, but I really just want to be at the front of the planning and creating the best environment here. I want to create such a fun environment and then make Vikings Give even more amazing, and just getting more people involved and being able to have a really good time. And I want the whole year, not just Vikings Give, to be really fun. I want to be able to have fun lunchtime activities and other things that students can get involved in. And I want to create just amazing memories with the people and keep like our long-standing traditions, but then have some new stuff too. I love talking to and meeting new people, and I love going to support all the events.
Hey Vikes, my name is ASHBY, and I am so excited to be running for your SBO president. It's been a crazy couple years, and with a lot of changes to our school life. I want to be your SBO president to make a difference, to reach out to new people, and to bring back some awesome Viewmont traditions. As president, I want to bring back more dances and activities to include everyone at Viewmont High. I want us to be unified this next year and break down the boundaries and stigmas of school. Viewmont has taught me how to have school spirit and pride. I want everyone to know that they always have a place here at Viewmont High. Viewmont's unique atmosphere makes us different than any other school. Our school has a tradition of excellence in all that we do. We are great from our academics to our school spirit. We have it all. But high school isn't all about academics. It's also about building friendships and memories. That is why I love supporting our school and the people in it to make those memories and to meet those people. Like many of you, I've dealt with hardship and disappointment these past few years. You are not alone. And I want to reach out to those people that still feel that way and make high school a great experience for them. This year's SBOs have done a great job and have inspired me to run for SBO. In many years of uncertainty and restrictions, the leadership of our school have done so many great things to keep us involved and keep things running smoothly. But now we are coming out of those restrictions. Be ready for an awesome year with more activities, spirit, and fun. Let's make this next year the greatest year yet. Go Isaac Ashby, SBO President.
Hey Vikes, you should vote for me because my last name is Beer. Thank you. No, I'm only just kidding. No, some of you may know that I like old cars. I have an old Firebird that I have spent many hours working on. I'm sorry to say that this is still a work in progress. My name is Matthew Beer and I am running for student body president. Some may think that this choice is crazy because of the amount of time and work required. But just like the time invested in my Firebird, I think it is worth the effort. When I was 12 years old, my dad made me go out and earn money by mowing lawns, which I hated. Most of the people that I mowed lawns for were widowers in their 80s. Often they would come out and want to talk to me, but I was always anxious to finish quickly. I wasn't a very good listener for the first couple of years. However, I eventually realized that it was a highlight of their week because they got to talk to me when there was no one else that would listen to them. Through this experience, I have learned the value of responsibility, patience, listening, and service. The world currently faces a lot of big challenges right now. Some of these are far away from our school and others affect us right here, right now. Small things can bring big changes. No one should feel that they cannot make a difference. Our schools need to continue to be a safe place where we can all excel and become what we choose to be. My focus as the student body president will be to improve on the great tradition of this school by helping create the leaders needed for our current and future challenges. Each of us has value and something to add to our school. My goal will be to help each of you find out what that is. Because my last name is Beer, we have a sign in our house that says, "Beer doesn't ask silly questions, Beer understands." I will do my best to understand your concerns and questions, and I will try not to ask silly questions. Please vote for Matthew Beer for student body president, and I will do my best to fill the position with respect for those I serve.
Hey Vikes, my name is Andrew Stevens and I'm running for student body president. I love Viewmont High School, and while the voyage has sometimes been a bit rough and the water's a bit choppy, I've loved rowing alongside each of you. Viewmont has a tradition of greatness. We are courageous, bold, ambitious, and hard workers, and we never back down from a challenge. And we have needed every bit of that greatness over the last couple of years if we have faced challenges that no class, no Viking has ever before faced. We are in new and uncharted waters as the world has changed so much around us. We stand at a pivotal moment in our history. And now, like the true Vikings we are, we get to boldly chart a new course for all future Vikings to follow. I know that this group of Vikings at VHS today is up to the challenge. Our school motto is, "When the winds don't blow, Vikings row." We know where we are headed, and nothing is going to stop us. I have learned so much from the great teachers and faculty here at Viewmont, but I have also learned so much from each of you. One of the most important things I've learned is how to grow as a person and how to develop relationships with the amazing people around me. I want to be SBO president, to give back to this school that I love so much, to work alongside each of you, to be a friend to all, and to help everyone feel welcomed and know that you belong here at Viewmont High School. I have seen that as we band together, as we row together, we can achieve greatness. An old Viking proverb says, "As one candle can light another, so too can greatness of mind be transferred amongst men." It is our time for that greatness, Vikes. Let's make this next year the best year yet. Thanks, Vikes. Vote Andrew Stevens for president.
My biggest failure as a leader is probably at home. Now that my older siblings are gone and I'm the oldest sibling at my house, my little siblings look up to me, and sometimes I am not the best leader to them in my words and my actions. But since my brother left on his mission, I've stepped up and showed my siblings that how to be a good leader.
My biggest failure as a leader has probably been when I had to plan a big activity for some friends and family. I was asked to be in charge of like food and all the other things you need for a big party. And when I was planning this, I asked people to help me, but I didn't really help myself, and that was probably the biggest thing because nothing went the way I wanted it to. But I learned that I also, being a leader, have to be the one who does as much or more work than others.
So my biggest failure as a leader was I was responsible for planning a young men's activity a while ago, and I totally dropped the ball and forgot to plan, and like I was supposed to ask people to come do it, and I totally forgot to ask. And so like last minute I had to like hurry and ask a bunch of people, and a lot of people couldn't come. And so I had to hurry and like do it last minute, and it taught me to like prioritize and learn time management and stuff. So
I want to be an SPO to make this school a better place. I love meeting new people, attending events, and being involved. What better way to be an SPO? I want to make high school experience the best it can be for everyone. And I want to help plan fun activities. I love this school, and I want to serve the people in it.
I want to become a student body officer because I always love helping people. I think it's always so much fun to see everyone work together, and I've always thought that putting a smile on people's faces has always been one of my joys in life. I've always wanted to become an SPO, mainly because my brother was an SPO and he was a vice president, so I want to one-up him and become president. That's one main reason. And he always told me that, sure, it's always fun, but you always have to put a lot of work in. But I think I'm a hard worker, and I think I would make a really good choice for an SPO. So that is some of the reasons why I think I should become an SPO. Thank you.
okay, I want to be an officer because I want to give back to Viewmont. And Viewmont isn't really a place, it's the people. It's the amazing students here and the teachers, and just like, you guys really make up the heart and soul. And so I want to give back to all these people. And I know that here at Viewmont, the Vikings, like we just have like such this potential for excellence, and greatness. And like, I just want to be able to help everyone here achieve greatness because I know everyone can. And I also I want to make next year amazing. This year's officers have done such a good job to make it amazing. And I think it would be so great to have just another great year, and you know, maybe we could top them. But I just think next year should be amazing, so.